So this morning we're going to appreciate the last of the 6 Paramitas, which is Prajna Paramita. And it's often translated as wisdom, and Prajna is the wisdom of emptiness. And it is the functioning of the one body. Or sometimes we say it's everything as it is. But Prajna Paramita is also known as the mother of all the Buddhas. Everything arises from Prajna Paramita. And we chant the Heart Sutra, every week on Saturday, and if you listen to it carefully, it explains what Prajna is. That's what the first half is doing, is explaining it, and the second half explains the functioning of the Bodhisattva who realizes this Prajna. So, if Prajna is everything as it is, and the Buddha said that everything is impermanent and is changing, that means that the enlightened state described by Prajna is also changing. It's not fixed. So people think that if they realize Prajna or get enlightened, that everything's going to be perfect, be no problems. Suddenly I'm going to be a better chess player or a better basketball player. So don't think that Prajna is something fixed state to be realized. If we can really get that and let it soak in, then there's no way to really get upset about ourselves. No way to feel dissatisfied or guilty. About doing what we think is right, because it's all going to change, whatever it is. Instead of being tormented by guilt or bad feelings, we simply say, let's pay closer attention. So how do we pay closer attention and take care of things? Well, that's the focus and point of our practice. Sitting on the cushion, we quiet the mind. Then we're able to experience ourselves in a wider context. And we're able to observe the activity of our mind without identifying with it. And we begin to experience the one body. And then we begin more and more to see the strategies that we develop in order to protect our view of who we think we are. And when we do that, the less potent these strategies become. And we need to do it over and over again in order to shine the light of Prajna in our dark places. Dogen's teacher, Tendon Yocho, wrote a poem about Prajna. He said the entire body is the mouth hanging in the air, or sometimes that air is translated as emptiness. The entire body is the mouth hanging in emptiness. It does not matter from which direction the wind blows, north, south, east, west. The wind bell always makes the sound of Prajna. Kind of nice, huh? No matter where the wind blows, whatever direction. So, I know that many people think that when I'm enlightened, I'll have no problems. Like I said, I won't have to struggle. I won't have to work hard. And not only that, but everybody will love and respect me. So if you love what you're doing, if you love your life, work is not work, and struggles are not struggles. And people will love you because you manifest love itself. That's the essence of Prajna. And Dogen said, all Buddhas are nothing but Prajna Paramita. Prajna Paramita is the entire Buddha Dharma. This Dharma is the form of emptiness, which is no creation, no destruction, nothing pure or impure, not increasing, not decreasing. The manifestation of Prajna Paramita is the manifestation of a Buddha. If you seek truth, you will learn that to honor Prajna Paramita is to meet the Buddha. And you cannot say that you have truly met the Buddha unless you serve him. That's what Dogen said. And I've often said that our practice is not about what we can get out of it. It is about service. How can we manifest our Bodhisattva vows? The first line of the Heart Sutra says, Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva doing deep Prajna Paramita. That's how. Once the Buddha was asked, what has he gained from all of his years of practice and all of his realization? And he said, nothing. I've gained nothing. But then he added, but I have let go of many things. So again, that's our practice, to see what we need to let go of, and then let that Prajna Paramita shine through. I love this poem by Master Kazan, where he said, though clear waters range to the vast blue autumn sky, how can they compare to the hazy moon on a spring night? Most people want to have pure clarity, but sweep as you will, you cannot empty the mind. So how can the clarity of water compare to the hazy moon on a spring night? Even though we seek this clarity, no matter how much we try to empty the mind and sweep it clean, we can't do it. So no matter how much we sweep, if we're a young parent, diapers still need to be changed. And the leaves need raking. And the meal needs fixing. And the spouse needs attention. And the zendo actually needs a new floor. So in order to do that, we need to clean the diapers. We need a good rake. We need fresh food and utensils and time to spend with our partner and money to buy and install the floor. So I love this expression about the hazy moon. We use it a lot in our lineage. When you look out and you see the clouds and the moon, it's hard to distinguish one from the other. So how do we distinguish what's real and what's not real? What's the truth and what's not the truth? And of course, that's where Prajna Paramita comes in, which is seeing everything as it is. And then as soon as we think we've identified it, like the hazy moon, it shifts. So how can we really feel secure or happy or contented when there's no firm ground upon which to stand? It's constantly shifting. That's the challenge of our practice. And without prajna, there would be no practice and no Buddha way. And all of the paramitas are contained within prajna. We talked about dana, giving, shanti, patience, virya, effort, sila, the precepts, and samadhi, deep concentration. And when we realize prajna, all of the paramitas can become deeper and in turn deepen our experience and realization of prajna. And then we have to let go of deep and shallow and not mistake a pheasant for a phoenix.